Audio Jungle.
They believe that God's agape is not like our love at all. In fact, God's agape bears no resemblance to what we know as being love, because it has no basis in desire, it has no basis in pleasure, it has no basis in affection. It is devoid of many things that we associate with love. Now, I believe that all of this is wrong. I believe that there are many reasons, however, that people believe this, and let's take a look at what some of those reasons are. First of all, the church has adopted a non-Hebraic mindset. Agape is a Greek word, but it's a Greek word which is being employed to translate a Hebrew concept. They say, well, agape is a Greek word, and it's something which is new. It's something which only the writers of the New Testament knew about. They practically invented this word, and people who say that, they're ignoring this reality. The word agape is used about 250 times in the Greek translation of the Hebrew scriptures called the Septuagint, which was written within a couple of hundred years before the Messiah Jesus came. So, when the New Testament writers who read the Bible in Greek, they read the Septuagint, when they used the word agape, they had an understanding of what agape meant from the over 250 times that agape was employed to translate the word ahava, the Hebrew word for love, in the Septuagint. It ignores the way people understood the way agape was used. Let me explain this. When they say that agape is totally volitional and it's not something which is a matter of one's emotions, when that agape has nothing to do with the beloved, they are ignoring the way agape was used in the Bible that they read, the Septuagint, wherein love is translated as agape about 250 times. So, when the writers of the New Testament used the word agape, they had a specific way that they expected it to be understood. And that really, they expected it to be understood as love. Agape is defined, first of all, apart from a Hebraic understanding, and secondly, it's defined according to a theological system. This is what they think. God is perfect, and therefore, he cannot desire us. He cannot really love us. He can't long for us. God is perfect. Therefore, he can't feel remorse. He can't feel any form of anguish. Now, this can also be linked to not just a Greco-Roman mindset, but also a fear of belittling God, because they think, well, if we put this type of emotion in God, really what we're doing is we're making him a little bit too human. Another reason why agape is defined according to the common understanding of either an act of one's will or being a loving person and not considering the value or the worth of the beloved is because people haven't done any research on the word. These definitions of agape are everywhere. Really, there's a lot of writing, there's a lot of teaching that's out there, and sometimes we forget to thoroughly check things out with the scriptures. Now, we honor those who teach us, and really they are worthy of honor, and yet we are also called to be like the Bereans. We're called to search things out. Now, today, we are going to examine how agape is used in the scripture. So to begin, here are some of my observations. I have found, summing up, that most definitions of agape have been formed without knowing how agape is used in the Septuagint. The Septuagint is the Greek translation of the Hebrew scriptures called the Old Testament. It is the version of the Bible that is quoted in the Greek in the New Testament. Again, agape can be found in the Septuagint over 250 times. I have found that most definitions of agape ignore the way agape is used in the Septuagint. Secondly, I have found that most definitions of agape have been formed without doing a thorough word study in the Greek New Testament or in the Septuagint, and have relied upon other people's definitions. relying upon other people's definitions, not searching this thing out for themselves, they end up believing what has been taught by someone who has been taught by someone who has been taught by someone, and somewhere along the chain of information, people have stopped looking for what the Bible actually teaches, because we do honor our teachers, and we should. And at the same time, we need to check these things out for ourselves.